Welcome back, student. Today we are going to consider one activity. My dear student, if I want this pen to reach to the student who is sitting on the last bench, and if I hand over this pen to the student who is sitting on the first bench, and if that student who is sitting on the first bench take this pen and give it to the student who is sitting behind him on the second bench, the student will take the pen and then again give it to the student who is sitting on the third bench. In this way, all the students present in a column will give this pen to the student who is sitting behind them, and ultimately this pen will reach to the student who is sitting on the last bench in a straight column. My dear student, here we have seen that this pen reached to the last student. My dear student, here we have seen that none of the students changed their place. They were sitting on their own places, but still this pen got transferred from first bench to the last bench. My dear student, this is the activity which we have studied now. My dear student, again one more activity we are going to see. My dear student, in this activity, I am going to take a stand and I am going to fix a 25 centimeter long iron rod. My dear student, if you observe the diagram on the whiteboard, here, my dear student, you will see that I have taken a stand. To this stand, I have fixed an iron rod. To this iron rod, my dear student, I am going to fix thumbnails with the help of wax. My dear student, you know what are thumbnails. The thumbnails are the nails which are used to put the paper on the notice board. We keep the paper on the notice board and fix the thumbnails, on the notice board with the pressure of thumb. So here, my dear student, you will see these are all thumbnails, and these thumbnails I have fixed to the iron rod with the help of wax. So in this diagram, you will see 1, 2, 3 and these 4 thumbnails which are fixed to the iron rod. Now my dear student, we will do an activity. We will take a candle as shown in the diagram, and we will start hitting one end of an iron rod. After some time, my dear student, you will see that the thumbnail which was close to the end, which was heated, fell down. After some time, the second thumbnail will fall down. After some time, the third thumbnail will fall down. In this way, all the thumbnails which were fixed to the iron rod will start falling one by one in a sequence, and in the last, the thumbnail which is fixed to the farthest end will fall down. My dear student, through this activity, we can draw a conclusion that when the solid such as iron rod is heated, there is flow of heat from the hot end to the cold end. Direction in which the heat travels is given by an arrow, And from this observation, we can say that when a solid is heated, there is flow of heat from the hot end to the cold end. My dear student, here we have seen that the thumbnails started falling in a sequence, one by one, from the point which is near to the hot end to the point which is far away from the hot end. And therefore, we can come to a conclusion that there is flow of heat from the hot end to the cold end in solid. Now, why did this thumbnail fall down? My dear student, when we started heating the one end of the iron rod, there was a transfer of heat, and the transfer of heat started in this direction, which is given by an arrow. So, direction in which the heat traveled. And what is this direction? The heat started flowing from the hot end to the cold end. When this heat reached to a thumbtack, which was closest to the hot end, and you know, my dear student, I already told you that these thumbnails were fixed to the iron rod with the help of wax. This wax melted due to the heat and the thumbnail fell down. Then the heat started moving from the hot end to the cold end in a sequence. Then the heat reached to the second thumbnail. What happened? The wax melted and the thumbnail fell down. Now in the same way, what will happen? The heat will keep on moving from the hot end to the cold end, and due to the heat moving from the hot end to the cold end, the wax which was used to fix the thumbnail will start melting, and in sequence the thumbnails will fall from the end which is closest to the hot end to the end which is farthest from the hot end. From this observation, we can say, my dear student, that when one end of a solid is heated, there is flow of heat from the hot end to the cold end. We have studied this. My dear student, we will try to find out what was the reason for the flow of heat from the hot end to the cold end. My dear student, when the iron rod was heated, the molecules present at the end which was heated acquired the heat energy, and it started vibrating on its place. It started vibrating on its place. And then this molecule collide with the nearby molecule and gave their vibration to the nearby molecule. And now the nearby molecule also started vibrating, but they started vibrating on its own place. They again got the heat energy and they collide with the nearby molecule. The nearby molecule also was set into vibration. The nearby molecule also started vibrating on its place. My dear student, one thing we have to keep in mind. Here, there is transfer of heat from one molecule to another molecule due to vibration. And all the molecule kept vibrating on its place. In this way, the vibration went from the hot end to the cold end. Here we can say that there is flow of heat. The flow of heat takes place due to molecule, but the molecule do not change their place. Hence, there is flow of heat from the hot end to the cold end. My dear student, when there is flow of heat from the hot end to the cold end in a solid, then such type of transfer of heat is called as transfer of heat by a process called as conduction. My dear student, transfer of heat from hot end of a solid substance to its cold end is called conduction. My dear student, when there is flow of heat in a solid from hot end to the cold end, then such type of transfer of heat is called as transfer of heat by a process conduction. Conduction takes place in solid. My dear student, one more thing we'll keep in mind that conduction, transfer of heat by a process called conduction takes place in solid. Now, for conduction of heat, a medium is required. So, my dear student, here the flow of heat from the hot end to the cold end in a solid is called as transfer of heat by conduction. Conduction takes place in solid. Conduction needs medium for the transfer of heat. One more definition is given in our book and we'll have brainstorming on it. Conduction is a process. What is conduction? Conduction is a process of transfer of heat. My dear student, in the process of conduction, there is what? Transfer of heat. In which heat travels. What happened in this? What happened? Heat travels from molecule to molecule. My dear student, we have already discussed who carries the heat? Molecule. So, conduction is the process of transfer of heat in which heat travels from molecule to molecule from the hot end towards the cold end. Heat transfer from the hot end towards the cold end by molecule. These molecules themselves do not travel. These molecules themselves do not travel from one end to the another. My dear student, we have already discussed that when one end of a solid is heated, there is transfer of heat from the hot end to the cold end. Now, when one end is heated, then the molecule at that end acquire heat energy and start vibrating on its place. They start vibrating on its place. They do not leave their place. In this process, they collide with the nearby molecule, give their vibration to the nearby molecule, and the nearby molecule again start vibrating on its place. The nearby molecule will not leave its place. In this way, all the molecules in a sequence get the vibration due to the collision of nearby molecule, and they will keep vibrating on its own place, and in this way there is transfer of vibration from the hot end towards the cold end, and hence we can say that molecules do not change their place but they keep on vibrating on its place, and there is a flow of heat from the hot end to the cold end. Heat is however transferred from one object to another object by conduction also. My dear student, here we have seen transfer of heat from the hot end to the cold end in a solid, that is only one object. But transfer of heat can take place by this process called as conduction from one object to another object. But there is condition. What is this condition? We'll see. The objects are in contact. My dear student, if you want the heat to flow from one object to another object by a process called as conduction in solid, then one thing you have to keep in mind. You have to keep both these objects in contact. They should touch each another. First thing. Second, their body temperature are not the same. Their body temperature should not be same. What is the reason behind it, my dear student? We have seen that heat always flow from hot object to cold object. Now if we want the heat to flow from one object to another object by a process called as conduction, then both the objects should be kept in contact with each another. Secondly, both the objects should have different temperature. One object should be hot and another object should be cold. Then there will be flow of heat by a process called conduction from the hot object towards the cold object. Thank you very much, student. This was transfer of heat by a process called as conduction. In the process of conduction, there is transfer of heat from the hot end to the cold end. This heat is traveled by molecule. The molecule do not leave their place. They keep vibrating on its place when they receive the heat energy. They collide with the nearby molecule and give the vibration to the nearby molecule. The nearby molecule also start vibrating on its place, and in this way the vibration is passed from the hot end to the cold end, and hence we can say that there is flow of heat from the hot end to the cold end in a solid, and it is called as the transfer of heat by a process called conduction. My dear student, conduction takes place in solid. My dear student, for conduction to take place, it needs medium. My dear student, heat can also flow from one object to another object by a process called as conduction. But there is condition. The two conditions are as follows. First, both the bodies should be in contact with each another. Second, both the bodies should not have the same temperature. And when both the bodies will not have the same temperature, then we have seen that there will be flow of heat from the hot object to the cold object. That's all, students. We'll stop here. Thank you very much.